Hello friends, in this session we will see about looping statements in Java. So basically there are different types of looping statements in Java, like for loop, while loop and do while loop, and these are called repetition or iteration statements. Okay, so first let's look at the for loop statement. Okay, so what is the purpose of this? Say for example, if you want to print a value multiple times, like for example here in this case, hello to be printed multiple times. So to achieve that, we just need to copy paste the same thing or same statement multiple times, so as required. But this is just a repetitive thing, right? Like you're doing the same statement and mentioning it multiple times. Now let's execute this and see the results. So the hello is printed 5 times, but instead of doing like this, there is a smarter option available, better way. So for doing that smarter way, for loop statement is available. So first that initial value, and then what condition that loop should continue, and then the expression like to increment or decrement, then the statements inside that loop structure. So if you look at our scenario, the for loop, okay, and then inside it int I is equal to 0, then I less than 5, and then I plus plus, and then the hello printing inside it, system dot out dot println hello. So let's now comment out that previous print statements. Okay, now we should get the same results as before. Okay, right. So for code simplification and efficiency, these looping structures will be really useful. So the for loop statement repeats a set of statements a certain number of times until a condition is satisfied, and also even before the first loop is executed, it will first test that condition, and only then it will allow and proceed inside that loop. So these kind of loop statements will be useful in scenarios where you need to execute a block of code several number of times until a specified condition is satisfied. So here the main advantage will be reduced length of code, and then it occupies less memory space for it to utilize, and then it also reduces the time consumed to execute your program. So that is very important, right? So time and memory efficiency is achievable with these. So that is why looping structure is very important in any programming language. Okay, and then we will look at the while loop statement. While loop is also very similar to the for loop statement, but while loop will contain only the condition. So now let's try. Okay, so here the while loop, inside the condition we can give it as I less than 5, and then do the below statements. So that is all, like very simple, even compared to for loop simpler. Then print while hello, and since this does not have initialization, that we need to do it before the while loop. So I is equal to 0, and the increment value we can do it inside the while loop itself, I plus plus, and then int I. Why? Because that previous I variable scope was only inside that for loop, so we need a fresh declaration in our while loop. So now let's run as Java application. So right now we have two sets of hello printings. The first set is for the for loop, and the second one is from that while loop that we just created. So while loop continuously executes a block of statements while a particular condition is true. So that's all about looping statements, but still do while loop we will look at in coming sessions. Okay, so that is also another very simple and very similar to our while loop statement. Okay, thank you friends, see you soon, bye.